Hello ladies, welcome to Monday's class. We've got our usual pull exercises today, back, biceps, legs and abs. We do need a band for at least one of them. Yeah, that's it, just one. But if you, either type of band works, or if you have a towel, that'll work as well. Other than that, we're just working with our dumbbells today. A minute as usual. I think a bunch of us have a snow day today, another one. We don't have much snow in here. Actually, it's raining, so all the snow that we had is like gone now. There goes the sledding for a little while. Kids were having a blast with that. All right, it's a minute after, so let's get to it. So our usual stretch routine here, warm up, feet are hip distance apart, toes pointing straight forward, reach to the ground, reach up, tip, and twist. Okay, then come nice and wide, toes still straight forward, same reaches. Okay, all the way narrow. Okay, come back to normal distance, but then externally rotate your toes. Same thing, reach down. Okay, and then internally rotate the toes. Perfect. All right, so getting right into it. We're going to move away from the deadlift that we've been doing as our first one on our pull day for a bit. We're going to go into a wide squat, so wide and externally rotated toes. You're going to squat down and then do a hammer curl. You've done it in the past, but not for a little while. So grab your appropriate weight, and then you're going to stand, like I said, wide and toed out. You're going to hold the dumbbells inside your knees as you squat down, and then sideways bicep curl. Keep those palms facing each other as you curl up. Okay, squat, hammer curl. Here we go. Get your around 12 reps. Like I say, you can always gauge yourself depending on what weight you're using, but somewhere between 8 and 15 would be ideal. And 12. All right, so we're going to get into our bent over posture and then come out to the side like that, a fly. Okay, so nice long spine, straight back, so you're just hinging forward from your hips. And then swing your arms out to the side, slowly lower them down. And 12. All right, next exercise, we've done something similar where we do like a single leg. Before we were doing like a floor touch or just reaching down with body weight. Today we're going to do it with some dumbbells. So you won't go all the way to the floor. It's just like a single leg deadlift. So you reach down to, weights come down to about knee height, and then stand up tall again, okay? So just holding the weights down by your sides, hinge forward, stand up tall. If you need to just have like what I call a little kickstand here, you can do that if your balance is off and you just need a little assistance. But if you can, go for the single leg. Even if you have the touchdown in between each rep to kind of reposition yourself, that's good too. Okay, get to your 12 and then switch sides. as you come down, that back is staying in nice kind of neutral posture, okay? You're not rounding forward. All the movement is coming from your hip. Hinge forward, stand up tall. And 12. All right, take a quick little breather, grab a sip of water. Back to our wide squat hammer curl. Here we go. Squat, sideways bicep curl. Keep those elbows in by your ribs. It is a squat, so make sure you're bending your knees. You're not like hinging over like in the deadlift type ones. You're squatting down like you're sitting in a chair. All right, so that's your 12 there. Then get into that bent over posture. Okay, nice flat back. Open out to the side. And 12. Alrighty, single leg deadlift. All right, so hold your weights down by your sides. Hinge forward, so this time there's very little bend in your knees. So your knee is like soft, but it's not bending as you do the movement. It kind of stays soft. And you hinge from your hip. You don't want to be standing on a locked joint either. And 12. All right, switching sides. Here we go. And 12. All right, so that's round 2. Take your little breather. And let's move right into it. Wide, toed out, squat, hammer curl. And 12. Okay, lean down, fly. And 12. All right, last one. Moving right along here, single leg and hinge. Pick a spot to look at. Keep your eyes focused on that spot. Really helps with the balance. over to your other foot when you get to 12. 10, 11, and 12. All right, so that is it for that circuit. So take your little breather. All right, next up, we're going to repeat that same side lunge with the one weight, like we did a couple weeks now. But then today we're going to add, when you step back, you're going to lift it up like you're trying to elbow someone behind you. So it's going like that, okay? So it's not a curl, it's more like a row. So you step over and then you elbow someone behind you, okay? Get that going. And 12. All right, same thing on the other side. Get coordinated, reach across, and elbow behind you. And 12. All right, gets 2 of, I would say, your light weight. So we're going to do those good mornings again. We've been doing the last couple weeks. So hold them up by your shoulders. I'll show you a side view here. So it's just pushing the hips back like you're bowing, and then come up tall. Reach forward, come up tall. As you come up, you want to squeeze your butt muscles, okay? So that's what's doing the lifting here. There is a little bit of low back involved, but should be mainly your hamstrings and your butt. All right, that's 12 of those. I feel, oh no, I have it here. Band. So if you have your long band, that's the one I'll be demoing, but if you have the loop band, just put it around your wrists, or a towel, you're just going to hold it exactly how I'm holding the band. And we're going to do the elbows bent at a 90-degree angle. All right, pull apart. Squeeze between your shoulder blades as you pull that band or towel open. And 12. All right, a little breather. That's our 3 exercises in our second circuit here. All right, side lunge and then elbow someone behind you. Reach across, elbow. All right, let's get going. both dumbbells for the good mornings. Hold them up by your shoulders, abs nice and tight, keep that spine straight as you hinge forward, come up tall. And 12. All right, we've got our pull aparts. Ten, 11, 12. Perfect. All right, so now we do have a third set. I have to run and pee. I'm running between clients today. I didn't get a chance to do it before. Do your next round, and I'll come back and join you. I'll never get through the ab stuff if I don't pee. I'll be right back. You guys go and do your third set. Okay, sorry guys. Like I said, I never would have got through the core stuff. Teach me to schedule stuff back to back. Anyway, so I'm sure you guys have all completed your third set of that second circuit. So we're gonna come down to the floor for our core stuff. All right, we're gonna go dead bug first. So we don't need any equipment. We're gonna go all 4 limbs up in the air, and then you're dropping opposite sides, okay? The goal here is to keep the back, the lower back, pressed into the floor. So don't go all full range of motion. If you feel like that back is popping up, just go as low as you feel like you can control that. Alternating sides. Beginners, you can probably do like 6 on each side, and then advanced work all the way up to 12 on each side. Okay, and then this next one, we're actually going to put our hands underneath our hips to help kind of keep that low back flattened into the floor. And we're going to do leg drops like this. So both legs together, but giving ourselves a little bit of assistance there, keeping that spine down. Just drop towards the floor and bring back up. Okay, get your 12 of those. And then we're going into bridges. So today's bridge version is a narrow one. So feet and knees are all the way together. And then you're going to push your hips up, squeeze in your butt, and then come on back down. Just a slight little pause at the top. Make sure you've gotten all the way up as far as you can. Sometimes these hip flexors are quite tight, so you might not get all the way up, but as long as you're going as far as you can, that's awesome. Perfect. All right, so we're all in the same position here, so just take a couple seconds break. Nice few deep breaths. And then go right back into our dead bug. So we've got to use your abs to flatten out that low back. Opposite hand and foot, stretching out. Okay, finish up your reps there. And then we'll come into, so hands underneath your hips, which help flatten that back onto the floor. Okay, still very important to keep that flat back, but we're giving a little assistance here with these two back to back. And then drop the legs. The further you go down, obviously the harder it is, but only go as far as that low back lets you. That's your point. If it starts to lift up, you're gone too far. All right, get your 12 there, and then go right into your narrow bridges. Squeeze that butt, push, 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 and drop down. And 12. All right, again, just relax for a second, a couple deep breaths. and going to our last set here, dead bugs, all 4 limbs up. Keep that back down. Ooh, hip flexors. All right, finish off your 12. And then hands under for our leg drop. Similar muscles here, so do what you can. Keep that form. Choose your reps accordingly. And the last one, narrow bridge. Push up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Drop it down. And 12. Perfect. All right, roll it over. Let's get into our stretches. So feet stretched out in front of you, legs nice and straight. Fold over. Okay, bottoms of your feet touch. Knees fall open. Slight little lean forward. Okay, our 90-90 position here, so 90-degree angles in both knees. And then lean forward over that forward knee. Okay, switch it. Alright, so we're going to sit back on our heels. So come into all fours and then sit back on your heels and stretch your arms out. Child's pose. Okay, all the way up tall. Arch your back up like a cat. Drop it down. Slowly go back and forth between those 2 positions. All right, once those are done, come up into your half kneel. So whatever knee is on the ground, that's your up arm. Tip it over. Okay, switch it. All right, stand up. Find something to hold on to and then pull the leg up behind. Okay, switch sides. and our last one for the day. Grab your hands behind your back. Get that chest and shoulders. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go finish up my one that I missed now, but thank you guys for joining again, and I should be here Wednesday, 12 o'clock. Bye-bye.